Good evening, people. How's my wonderful, God-fearing, loving people? This is Jack Daniels at the Box Trainers channel. I got another one for you this evening. First of all, I should note that on November 25th, 2023, Showtime pay-per-view is doing a main event, one of two of its last pay-per-view shows in the business of boxing. Before they march out the door, they're gone. As of December 31st, 2023, Showtime is no more. But before they hit the bricks, they got a main event on November 25th featuring Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. Now that I've made reference to this fight once before, and I want to do it again because they did a face-off today, and they did some of the participants in the event was Jamel Charlo and David Benavidez' older brother. Yeah, that's his older brother, Jose Benavidez, whom are fighting one another on that card on November 25th, 2023. But let's do the main event first. And the feature opponent, which I just mentioned, was David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. This happens to be a championship, a WBC championship belt bout. Demetrius Andrade is going after David Benavidez WBC super middleweight championship. And the statistics or the numbers on David Benavidez is David's 26. He's standing 6'1". He has a 76 arm reach. He's a orthodox, which is a right-hander. He's 27 wins, 23 by knockout, 0 loss, 0 stops, no draws. Demetrius Andrade is 35. At the top of his game, I might add. He's 6'1" also. He has a 73.6 arm reach, and he's a southpaw. 32 wins, 19 by way of knockout, 0 loss, 0 stops, no draws. Now, both of these guys, as I indicated once before, when we have this conversation about this particular main event, were both dedicated, dominating boxers. They are both boxers. They both box well, right? That's as a result of the repetitive training regimen that both of them engage in a quest to be dominant and the best in their business. And I, for one, respect those two men for their dedication to the sport. That's what these guys are, what you call true champions, true members of the boxing community that comes out and performs for the fans with putting everything on the line for their reputations to determine who is the greatest at super middleweight 168 pounds. Now, like I said before, I'm not going to try to critique either one of these fighters in regards to who's going to win that fight on that night. In my opinion, I think this is a 50-50 fight. Either one of these boxers can punch to the point where they can equally be successful in their endeavor to win. That's all they want to do is win. Sure, there's cash at the end of the day. There's prestige at the end of the day. But what they both are willing to put up for the accolades associated with being the super middleweight champion of the world in the WBC ranking system is that they're the greatest in that division. And I got a heck of a lot of respect for both of them. Both of them are excellent boxers. I mean, they're going to bring every trick in the book to get the win. And I respect that. right? They're not dirty fighters. They're just brilliant. I mean, they put everything into to the craft in order to be domineering enough to take the win. And I respect these guys for that. So with that in mind, I'm not going to try to make it seem like one is better than the other because I just don't see that. They both could win this fight. Now, at the end of the day, somebody is going to sleep, I also think. Which one? That is just to be determined. So let's get those tickets for November 25th. And let's be excited like I am about this particular fight. I want to speak a little bit on the undercard. The undercard is also a very good, uh, a very good fight. Let me pull it up here now, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a second here. Just give me a minute. I gotta get the. Here you go. No, that ain't it. That ain't it, people. Hold up. Here it is. Now, this young man has been out of boxing for over a year. I'm not going to touch on very much on why he was out of boxing, but I will say that I hope that he is successful in conquering the evil things that has been pushing him away from boxing. That is mental disease. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say that he's been fighting with some mental issues, and hopefully, at the end of the day, he overcomes those issues and get back in the ring and perform like he's had. 33. He's 6 feet tall. He has a 73.6 arm reach. He's a right-hand orthodox. He has 32 wins, 22 by way of knockout. No losses, no stops, no draws. Jose Benavidez, whom is David Benavidez's older brother, is 31, 6'2". He got an inch on Charlo. 6'2". He has a 72.8 inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. He has 28 wins, 19 by knockout, 2 losses, 1 stop and 1 draw. Now, Jose Benavidez out of Arizona talks a gangs of stuff, right? I don't care which opponent he comes in front of, he's gonna talk a gang of stuff, and he did that. He's doing it also with Jamal Charlo. So let's look for a knockout. Let's look for a knockout in this one. Charlo is talking about gang of stuff too. So both of these guys are pretty good fighters. Now I'm gonna say Charlo is also the WBC middleweight champion of the world. So let's give him a little accolade for being the WBC champ and not put him on a level where he's undeserving of it, right? He's a champion. He's a world champion. He's still world champion at 160 pounds. Now, there is something about a weight clause in this particular bout, right? I think it's at 163, and they was arguing that issue. Jose Benavidez was kind of like clowning Jamal Charlo about why he's not willing to fight at 160. Is it because he's not conditioned enough to make the weight, too lazy or whatever? Now, I'm not saying that. This is what Jose Benavidez said. And I kind of think that it has something to do with his belt, right? Whether the WBC in this particular fight at a champion, with the championship, with the WBC championship belt at stake. That's just my theory, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's so, but there's a logical reason for why this fight isn't a championship fight. This card is ridiculously packed. I mean, it's got like 4 or 5 good fights, including the main event. So why this is not a championship degree bout, I don't know. I gave you my assessment of what I thought, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be true. So with that in mind, let's get ready for this war in this particular show. This particular this particular Showtime main event show. It's pay-per-view also, my ad. With that in mind, I would appreciate it if y'all would hit the like button. Now, there is a subscription button. I'm having problems with or sign in either when you go into YouTube or Google and go in and sign in before you go to the channel, my channel, right? I'm thinking that the subscription button will be on. And I kind of like, I'm in a position where I kind of like don't know what to do at this stage because it's being unreasonably difficult to get my subscription button. I don't know why, and that's been a problem for me. But I'm not one to bicker. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Xbox. Bow, 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 and we don't do no squabbling. We don't do no make excuses, right? So with that in mind, try to hit the subscription button. I know you can hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care. Peace out.